Welcome back to another episode of Finance Fridays with Megan and Stacy. Hello, everyone. As always, make sure to like and subscribe below. We are loving the support that we're getting. If you have any video ideas for us to talk about, leave it below in the comments. So today is a very special day in regards to our Finance Friday topic. Stacy has been wanting to talk about this topic for a while, and she has like all the information on it because she's going through it right now, whereas I got a few years hopefully to wait to have to do that. But we are talking about 529 plans, what it is, why you need it, and the importance of them. So to start off, Stacy, what is a 529 plan for those watching that have no idea?
So the 529s are an educational tax advantage account. That's an investment account, so you save for your kids' education tax-free.
Sounds great to me. So basically a savings and investment account for your kid to go to college so they don't have to pay those what?
Student loans.
So Stacy, let's talk about some of the benefits and why you would need a 529.
So why would you do it? One, so your kid doesn't have to take out student loans, right? Like, you are so much further along in life than most because you didn't have any student loans.
Yeah.
I had a lot. Me and my husband had a lot of student loans. So that's one thing. Mm-hmm. Help save for your kids' education, tax-free. They don't have to worry about any student loans. And also to create generational wealth. Yep. Because guess what? Like, we hear a lot of times, or I hear a lot of times, well, what if my kid doesn't go to college? Okay, so they don't. That's fine. Do you have more kids? Do you plan on having more kids? Do you have nieces and nephews that you could pass it to?
They might go to trade school, cosmetology school, vocational school. That all still counts.
It's an education.
Yeah.
You could still pass it to your kid or hold on to it. Mm-hmm. And if they have kids, now pass it on to them. Yeah. So that's how we are creating generational wealth in all aspects, right?
Setting up our futures.
Setting up the future for your children's children.
Yeah.
Another thing is, like, how much can you put in? A lot of people are like, well...
Yeah, that's a good question, because we had the 401k, and if that was, what, $19,500, so for the 529, do we have those same limits?
So there's a max total for the account. So you can put up to $235,000 for the life of the account in Georgia. You may want to check your state's contribution plans, but in Georgia it's $235,000. Once you get to that amount, the account will still generate interest, still generate gains, but if you put $1 in, they're just going to send that dollar back to you. As far as if you just want to use it as a tax benefit, so for single people, you can put in up to $4,000. If you're married couple, you can put up to $8,000.
Double it.
Right? So what that means, once again, if you make $100,000, you put in $8,000, you can now only claim, get taxed on $92,000 for the year instead of $100,000.
That makes a difference.
Huge difference.
We know what a 529 is, some of the benefits. So why would you do this? Like, why did you set up a 529 for your daughter? Why should someone else watching set this type of plan up?
Why? Once again, student loans. They are the devil. I can't tell you how much I hated paying those things. I mean, it really just made me hate undergrad, honestly. And that's why I delayed getting a master's degree. I mean, I still want to go back and get my master's, but that's why I delayed it for so long. Because it's like, why?
Go back into all that debt.
Go back into all that debt for and I'm not even using my degree.
Exactly.
So we don't want to burden Audrey with that. Like, we want her to go to undergrad completely stress-free and get out of college with a head start in life.
Exactly.
Would like to at least cover undergrad for her. She decides to go to get an advanced degree, then she's on her own.
To do that.
So even if she does get a scholarship, because then people are like, well, what if she gets a scholarship or athletic or academic scholarship? Some of those scholarships only cover tuition. Like, room and board is a really big expense.
A very big expense. I know that I had a scholarship, but like Stacey said, didn't cover room and board, books, food, etc. So with the 529, you can use those funds to cover the rest of the scholarship won't cover. If your son or daughter gets an athletic scholarship, etc., like that, that's still the money they can use for like food on campus. If they want to live off campus and get their own place, they can still use those funds. So It's not just for the tuition part of it.
Absolutely. And here's another workaround that we love. If you're smart about this whole thing, when your kid's getting ready to go to school, you can buy a house near to the school, have them live off campus in that house, and pay you rent from their 529. So the money comes back to you.
Circulating back.
Keeping the money in the family. So that is a huge benefit. Hopefully they're okay with having roommates and living off campus, but...
And most schools, by like the time you're your junior, senior year, you're living off campus anyway, so why not live in a home that your family owns and you're just circulating that back, paying your parents from the 529 funds that they've saved for you for all those years. So there's just so many different ways for the generational wealth, and this is just another tool for that bucket that we wanted to share with you, so that you can pass it along.
Definitely. And I think there's one more really good benefit. So after you save all of this money for your kids, once you take that money out, it's completely tax-free. You pay 0 taxes on it. As long as you pay for education, it's completely free. And here's another thing too. If they don't go to college, if they don't have kids, you decide to change careers later on in life, you can use it yourself. Yeah. You can take them off as a beneficiary.
And you're the beneficiary.
And it's yours. So you go back to nursing school, get your MBA, go to cosmetology school, culinary school.
Exactly. Fulfill the dreams that you might have been talking about where we're like, oh, I don't have the money to do it. You can do it now. And then lastly, you don't want to go to school, your kid doesn't want to go to school, but you have nieces, nephews, you can still add them as a beneficiary. That can be a very, very, very wonderful present.
Absolutely.
Or even your grandchild. Save it up for them and you can pay off your future grandchildren's college, which is huge. So there's just so many different avenues that you can use the 529 plan. And that's why Stacey and I wanted to share that with you. Until next time, continue to follow and like below. Follow us on our Instagram at _Finance Fridays. And until next time, have a happy Friday.